All right, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy EJ. Today, I hope everybody is having a good Monday. It's always a drag on a Monday, but hey, today we're going to be talking about Insta360, or should I say action cameras that I use when I'm doing my travel blogs that makes life a whole lot easier for me, and also it makes it quicker for me to get my videos recorded. And hopefully some of these tips can actually help you if you have Insta360, or if you have GoPro, or if you have DJI. It really don't matter which action camera that you have, just as long as you got you a nice action camera setup to get your videos and stuff recorded while you're out there, and to make life a whole lot easier, because you don't want to be fumbling around with your gear while you're out there recording. And by the way, as an honorable mention, I am recording this using my M7 gimbal and my iPhone, and as you can see, I got the Hohem microphone on as well. So we're gonna kick this thing off with my selfie stick, and I used the Insta360 2-in-1 selfie stick. And the reason why they call it a 2-in-1 because it turns into a tripod, so that's why they call it a 2-in-1. But I also use this with not only my 360 camera, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I actually use it with my Ace Pro as well. So in order for me to be able to do this action cam, sorry about that, this selfie stick does not come like this. I'm actually using the cap lock system. And the cap lock system, show you that box right quick. There you go. The cap lock system actually comes with a system that allows me to switch between my Ace Pro and my Insta360 camera easily. And the two things you need to know on this right here is the Insta360 is a quarter 20 camera, while the Ace Pro has a quick release on it. But I'm going to show you a trick on that in a minute. So if I wanted to use my 360, my X4 here, I just slide it in and now I'm good to go. This is the standard configuration for a 360 camera on a selfie stick. And of course, like I said, it has the tripod in it. So if I need to set it down for any reason, there go the tripod right there. You know what I'm saying? But if I wanted to put my Ace Pro on here, same thing. Here's my Ace Pro quick release. And this is where you really have to pay attention, because I know people are going to ask me questions about this. If I want to put my Ace Pro on here, whereas you can use it, but you're going to run into a problem, and you probably can see the problem already, is that with that, the Ace Pro can't tilt. Well, the cap lock system actually solved that problem by giving you GoPro ears. And GoPro ears, if you don't know what that is, that's just the standard mount that GoPro came out with a long time ago. And there it is with the GoPro ears. Now I can twist my lever and I can actually tilt the camera so that the camera will actually tilt and it's actually pointing at me. Even though I have seen, when I go traveling and stuff and I'm in sightseeing locations, I have seen a lot of people doing their DJIs and GoPros like this. This is not a comfortable way to hold your camera. You should be tilting it like that and holding it like this. This camera won't see the selfie stick unless you extend it out so far. But like this, it won't see the selfie stick. I can flip my screen up. Since this is an Ace Pro, I got the screen I can flip up so I can see myself and all that kind of stuff like that. So this is the difference you want to make. When you're using the Ace Pro or the DJI or GoPro, make sure you tilt it, and it should be at an angle like that when you're holding it. And then you walk around blogging. And this way, like this, if I lower the camera down, the camera's still facing me. So it's kind of got that tilt to it. So if I go up, the camera is facing me. If I lower my arm down, the camera is still facing me. And that's a little thing that I learned from using these action cameras and stuff like that. But like I said, if I'm using my X4, I don't need it to tilt, because the X4 is going to make the stick invisible. Even if I hold the X4 like this, it's still going to see me. You know what I'm saying? Or when I go into reframe it, I can still make sure the camera is actually seeing me when I'm holding this camera. So this camera here just needs a straight on connection. And just to show you how small the cap lock system is just this little piece here. This is the cap lock quick release system piece right there. That's all that you're putting on top of your selfie stick. My cap lock system pretty much lives on my selfie stick, so I'm able to just slide in just like that. And you can also twist that right there so you can lock it so that you won't be able to touch that button to release it and it just fall off on you. And it's the same way if I wanted to use my Go 3. Here's my Go 3. So I have the Go 3, I have the Ace Pro, and I have the X4. My Go 3, I use it when I'm trying to be more discreet or whatever. My vlogging handle is the PGY Tech Mantis Pod. I have the Mantis Pod version that works with the Insta360 cameras. You can get one that works with the GoPros and stuff as well. Not sure why they got different protocols, but this is going to be also the difference. If you get the Mantis Pod, which it comes with the tripod thing. This works good too if you go into like restaurants and places like that and you actually have a need to set your camera down while you're eating and you want to be able to film video or whatever like that. This works good for that. And just like with the selfie stick, I can put on my 360 camera. As you can see already how useful the cap lock system is. It's a very useful system. Now when I'm using the Mantis Pod, I don't need the GoPro ears. I can just put on my action camera straight on, and the Mantis Pod itself can tilt. See? The Mantis Pod has a ball head on it, and it allows that thing to tilt. So it works like that. The Mantis Pod also has a battery in it, so you can pull this out, and you can stick it into your camera, so you can charge your camera up. Where's my other? If I want to be real lightweight, I can just use my Go 3. And this really makes it light. I also have a very small tripod that I use a lot when I'm using this Go 3 camera because it keeps the whole setup very small. And I know in some of my other videos, the Go 3 was catching a lot of light. So I also bought some ND filters for my Go 3 so I don't have that light issue when I'm out there on the sunny days where the white balance and stuff like that on the Go 3 works a little slower. But I got those ND filters to solve that problem. So when I'm out in the sunny days, the color sign should be much better on that right there. And like I said, Insta360 camera, Ace Pro, Ace, or the Ace Pro 2 quickly goes on. And then of course my Go 3 instantly goes on. There's also other ways, like if you have now of course the cap lock is going to work with all the other cameras as well. Because if I take this out, I can show you. And that's what it got on the end of it, that little screw right there. So any of the X cameras, even the RS1, it'll work on there. Another way you can do it is with this right here. This is pretty much an L bracket. It gives you a quarter right there. And it gives you the GoPro ears as well. But on the bottom of here, it has the quick release. All right, guys, there's the L bracket on the X4. And with the L bracket on there, let's just say if you didn't have the cap lock system, but you got the L bracket for your X4, X3, X2, X1, you can put that L bracket on there and it'll just magnetically connect on there like that. And then I can just take it and put the... That's if you don't have the PGY Tech cap lock system. You can do it like that. And they'll just easily just connect on. I wish they would have put the quick release on the side right here, but they didn't. So I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they went with the GoPro and the quarter on the side right there. But, I mean, it is what it is. It still works fine. So that's good. Now let me show you another way, just in case you don't want to get the L bracket, especially for you motorcycle guys and stuff like that. You can also buy a cage. And the cage for the X4 has the quick release on it. So if I'm riding motorcycles, bikes, or whatever like that, I wanted to use a cage. The cage has the quick release built into the bottom. And the good thing about it, they don't leave you hanging. The 1/4 inch is still on the bottom too. So if I didn't have this quick release system, I could still do it the normal way and just twist that in straight into the bottom like this. Now, as you see, I'm proficient with this, so I can screw this screw in and stuff in and out really fast. But I still prefer the quick release over screwing it in with my hand like that. Because the quick release is pretty much one step instead of having to twist it on. But I'm so used to doing it, so I can do it pretty fast, but I prefer not to do it. I prefer just to have a quick release. It's definitely much better. Just have a quick release. And this don't shake or anything. I don't know if you can see that name, but that's the brand, Imagine. Which is the same brand of cage that I have on here. That's awesome. Another thing that the quick release allows me to do, let me demonstrate this to you guys. So if you got any of the Ace cameras from Insta360, you can also get this L bracket also for the Ace Pro, or should I say the Ace cameras. Now, I don't know why they did it like this, because on here you see they got the quick release there and they got the quick release here. So I don't know why they didn't do that for the X4, which the X4 technically doesn't really need it. It don't need it because the X4 and when you doing the reframing, you can tell it 9x16 or 16x9. You don't have to actually turn the camera itself. The only reason why I would see you would need to turn this camera sideways like this, if you like chest mounting it or something like that, and you don't want it the long way sticking up in your face. You just want to put it this way when you're doing a chest mount. But this L bracket that I put on the Ace Pro, I'm gonna flip the screen down because I don't need the screen. But so basically, I can put it like that, and I can do my 16x9 videos. And the good thing about it is I can easily just take it and flip it. And now I can get my 16x9 videos on the blogging handle at the same time. So I'm getting the best of both worlds using the L bracket. Now the L bracket doesn't protect my camera as much as a cage would, but the ability to switch from vertical to horizontal in a snap is amazing, because now while I'm out taking my videos, if I see an opportunity for taking a shorts, I can just flip it. You know what I'm saying? So this camera here, having the Ace, just this setup right here, is more versatile than using your cell phone. And I mean, it is way more versatile than using your cell phone. So this would be a setup that I would use even if I had a DJI or if I had a GoPro. I would make sure I had the ability to switch from this way to that way on my selfie stick or my vlogging handle, whichever one you happen to be using. But the PGY Tech is a great vlogging handle. Like I said, it also turns into a tripod to where you can use it like a tripod. And of course, it has the Mantis mode where you can hook it on a fence or a chair or something like that. If you wanted to take some type of a crazy awkward shot or whatever like that, this right here is very good. I know Ulanzi has a MT, I think it's MT38 or is it MT48 or something like that. They have one that's similar. They can do all the same things, but I think it don't have the battery in it. It's just the basic stick. I actually wish PGY Tech would sell this one in a basic mode and not have the cord or whatever the battery and stuff in it, so that it wouldn't be, I guess, as weighty. But I use this thing religiously, so I don't have any problem with the weight or anything else with this unit. I love it. It comes in super handy when I'm out and about. What else we got, guys? Oh yeah, and don't forget that the GoPro Era ones is so you can tilt it in case all you have is a selfie stick. And I would say if you got just the Go 3 or any of the Go cameras and you only got the Ace camera, I would say go with this. Unless you really, really have a need for a selfie stick that you can extend out. And if you, like I said, if you got the selfie stick, just put this one on here. And that way you can tilt it. Even if you just have the X4 too, I would still go with the quick release system. Even if you just got the X4 or the X5, X3, X2. It don't matter which one of these you got. I would still go with the quick release system versus screwing it in with the screw on the bottom. So I would still buy the cap lock system. On any extra camera you got, I would get the cap lock system and add that as an accessory to your camera. Yeah, but being able to snap it on like this, and it pretty much, this thing here is so light, it don't really add any weight to it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I would definitely get that. I like that on the X5, which is, I probably get that sometime this week. Pick up the X5 and I get a chance to go by to Best Buy. I get all my Insta360 camera from Best Buy, by the way, too. So check out Best Buy if you want to get any of the Insta360 cameras. I don't order those since Best Buy have them. You know, price is pretty much the same. This is how I'm framing myself too with the Hohem gimbal. I'm using this right here. So a gimbal is another thing that I have as far as my accessories go. This is the Hohem mic case. Pretty sure I done showed you guys that before. Also, this is one of the things that I think people dislike about the Ace cameras. Or should I say Insta360 cameras that they need to really solve. And I think with the X5, they solved it. I'm not sure if they're coming out with another Ace Pro as well, or if they just going to update the firmware in Ace Pro. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I know they do got a mic. I have already ordered the mic. The mic should be here tomorrow. So I got the new Insta360 mic, but this is how you would have to do it. Here is your mic adapter. This is the mic adapter for the X4. And I already attached it. You see how the mic adapter sticks out on the side of the Ace Pro? I'm demonstrating this with my X5M. I do have a Boya, but I'm going to demonstrate it right now with the X5M. And this is the full aim X5. This is the little case it comes in. 2 microphones. That's what it looks like once you attach it to the Ace Pro. I know I've seen a lot of people, and not just the Ace Pro, the Ace Pro, and the Ace Pro 2. They just consider them all the same camera for right now. But that's how you attach it on there. This is why people don't like it. If you hit the cord, you would just run the cord over, and I got a hot shoe adapter that goes right here. Or if you got a cage, the hot shoe is pretty much on the cage, so you don't have to worry about that. But I always use wireless. I never use a wired version on her. I have seen people use wired on the 360 camera and the Ace. I do not like it when it's wired. I rather do it like this, even though it's still awkward. And then you would pretty much attach it to your blogging handle, and this is what you would have. And then, of course, you have your wireless mic to talk into. And especially on windy days and stuff like that, you would pretty much set it up like this. And boom, there you go. This is the only area where I would say DJI is winning because their mics Bluetooth to their cameras, and it makes life a whole lot easier that you don't have this sticking out on the side. And this does make it not waterproof as well. Once you connect it up like this, it makes it not waterproof. And it's the same thing on the X3 as well. But that's pretty much what it looks like if you add that on to there. On most of my videos, I have not been using a microphone when I'm out because this thing has to be rugged when I'm out and about. So I really hope Insta360 solved this issue because I love their cameras. I'm not planning on switching to DJI or anybody else right now. I love the Insta360 cameras, but I definitely hope they help and figure out this Bluetooth microphone situation or just build a receiver into their cameras. And I'm going to say this again. It's okay for action camera people to make their cameras a little bigger. It's okay. I don't know why they think they have to confine themselves to this smaller size, like, you know, what GoPro started. But you can make these cameras a little bigger. I would say even up to two inches bigger, you know, an inch that way, or whatever. They can make this camera bigger than what it is. They don't have to stick to this small size because even if they make it, like I say, an inch bigger than what it already is, it's still going to be smaller than all your mirrorless cameras, and it's going to be smaller than your cell phone still, and it shouldn't really gain any weight. And just go ahead and throw a headphone jack and a mic jack directly onto the camera, but also build in a receiver or come up with a good Bluetooth solution so that you can Bluetooth to the camera itself. I don't know why everybody acts like that's such a hard problem, and DJI just walked in and they just kind of like did it. They just, you know, made their microphones work with their cameras, which Insta360 definitely should have done that a long time ago. This is one of the last things I'm going to show when it comes down to these plates, mounting plates and stuff, because they do come up with a mounting plate that you can put on the bottom of your 360 camera. And there it is right there. Let me show you the brand. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. I might have to link it in the description as well. But that's the brand of it right there. And this is only in case you don't want to put a cage on your camera or you don't like the L bracket. You can just use that little plate and it'll give you the quick release function. Which, like I said, on the X5, they added that to the X5. So if you buy the X5, you won't have to worry about it. But there it is. And now you don't have the cage over it. You don't have the L bracket. And you get the quick release. Just with that plate. And that plate comes, like I said, with this particular quick release brand. This is the only one I bought. And I bought it because it had the plate on it. I prefer these. The E-Magician. I prefer those. Which is just this little piece on the top. I prefer those quick release. And this is that other quick release with the plate. It comes with the plate. I don't know if you can buy extra plates or whatever. But this don't have to be used with a Insta360 camera. This can be used with any camera, the DJI, the GoPro, or whatever. You know, even these right here, they can be used with any camera. Now, if you buy this one, you're not going to get the plate. You're going to have to buy this one here to get the plate. And this plate system, this style, is Insta360's. GoPro got their own, not GoPro. Well, actually, I don't know if the new GoPro do, but DJI comes with quick release as well. They were smart enough to do the quick release. You know what I'm saying? So, and this quick release, just for all the people that want to ask that question, let me demonstrate it to you. So, most accessories out there are going to be DJI style with the GoPro ears. It does come with that. So, even though it's a quick release for the Insta360 camera, it comes with the GoPro ears. So you're not losing the GoPro ears when you buy this particular one. Because this is Insta360's quick release on the top, but it's GoPro system on the bottom. And like I said, you also get the quarter 20 on the bottom as well. But I keep mine like this with the, let me show y'all that. Okay, I got one over there. I'm going to show it to you. This is the cap lock bottom plate. That's how small it is. This thing here is super light. Probably the only thing that really got some weight in it, or make it have some weight, is the metal screw. The thing is like super duper duper light. And here's an example of a GoPro type of accessory, but I'm using an Insta360 quick release for that camera. And it's the same thing even with this one. And this is one reason why I don't mix the GoPro ears with a swivel base, because it really don't make sense for you to have a double jointed swivel or whatever like that. But see, the base can swivel. The base can also spin around. So you see what I'm saying? You don't need the GoPro system on here when you already got all that movement that you can get out of it. And this is just a magnetic thing, so if I want to stick this to my car or whatever, I can get a magnetic view of the outside world, basically. So that's going to pretty much cover it, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, just leave a comment below. And I do know that Boya has 2 new mics out. So if Boya want to send me those 2 mics to check them out, I will. But as you know, I just started checking out this X5, so I still got to put this X5 to the test. My Hohem stuff works perfectly, so that's not going anywhere, because I mainly use this mic here when I'm using my gimbal, you know what I'm saying? But this system here would definitely get any travel person, regardless of whether you're just traveling with your family and stuff like that, or for business, or if you are a vlogger and you want to be able to quickly set up your cameras in a flash. This is it. Cap lock system from PGY Tech, the PGY Tech vlogging handle. I used the 2-in-1 from Insta360. I didn't bother with trying to buy a third-party one. I just got theirs. It's only 24 bucks at Best Buy. You can also get the standard one as well. It's 24 bucks. So if you buy both of them, you're only looking at $50 if you buy both of those units. But you definitely cannot beat this setup at all if you are a 360 camera user and a action camera user. If you're using both and you don't want to buy 2 specialized sticks or selfie sticks or whatever for both your cameras, definitely do it this way. Man, that is magic. Like, literally, that's magic. Because I was going through the motions, and I know a lot of y'all probably out there still doing it, going through the motions of switching your mounts around, switching your sticks around and stuff. Like, I can take this, and I could take my Go 3 and just switch them out all day long. I really like the fact that they did come up with the quick release mounts. The quick release mounts are a lifesaver. I can easily just switch those cameras out just like that. Camera switch from one camera to the next. But guys, I'm not going to make this video long. I just wanted to show you how I switch from camera to camera really easy, and also go from vertical to horizontal very easily when I'm out there in the field recording my videos and stuff. And yes, this cap lock system is $15.99. I will link it in the description, and I will also link this right here in the description. You have to pick what you got. If you got the Insta360 or if you got a GoPro, you have to pick the different ones, but I'll leave a link in the description for both. They're not affiliate links, but I'm definitely going to leave a link in the bottom. And if you got a X4, I might leave the link for this cage here, because it also is a lifesaver when it comes down to if you got the Insta360 camera and you have a Ace Pro or a GoPro or any other camera, you want to be able to use both of them on your selfie stick without, like I said, a hard switching. There's no hard switching on this right here. And like I said in my other video, what I do is when I'm switching like that, I just keep my case. I have this case and I have this carabiner, and I just clip this case either to my belt clip or I clip it to my backpack, and right there on my side where I can easily get to it, and then I can switch my cameras back and forward without going into my bag, without taking my backpack off. And I got the same thing for my Insta360 bag. I got the carabiner on there, and I can just have it hanging from my bag while I'm using the camera, and then when I'm ready to switch, just take it off, put the camera in here, and then pop the other camera out and put it on the selfie stick and let the magic happen. But that's going to be all for today, guys. Y'all got any question, please hit me up down in the comments below. I can answer any of your questions and stuff like that. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.